Okay, people, let me explain that. I know that I have really bad luck. I also know that if I volunteered to go to sleep for 50 years, the instant that I go to sleep, I already know that everything's bad's gonna happen. And I would sleep for 200 years with special nanites to keep my ass alive, to make sure I never go hungry, I never have to piss, shit, or shave. Yeah, and I came out looking like I was freshly born out of a daisy. I know my luck that something would definitely go wrong. So he slept for 200 years, making him 250 something years old. My math is bad, y'all. Just go with it. But I also realized that I would be the last, and I'm okay with that. Downside is all my shit's gone. I'm stuck in Antarctica and I won't be able to leave because the radiation has smothered the earth and I'm in the last somewhat safe place. We just can't go outside. The world's gone and I'm in Antarctica. See, knowing that my luck is that bad made it easy for me to make that scene because in real life I know that my luck is that bad. I also know that I think that if I was told that I only had 6 months to live, I don't think I would do anything to try to fix it because I've had that bad of a life. I really wouldn't tell anybody. They just find me when I drop dead. No. And I also believe that when it's your time to go, you're going. Whether you like it or not, you can beg, plead, and bargain with the Lord, but if it's your time to go, you're going to fuck up out of this bitch. You might not want to go to fuck back out of this bitch, but you're out of this bitch. You're straight gone. Soul, body, gone. And I don't think all the science in the world could save you if they froze you for 50 years, 100 years, 200 years. Now, in my defense, I'm really bad with math. That's why I got infantry. That's why I couldn't figure out how old I was supposed to be in 50 years. If I'm 51 now, in 50 years, I'd be 101. In 200 years, I'd be more than that, exceptionally. But if it could happen with nanotechnology, I don't think anybody would really volunteer for that, especially with the state of the world today, with the history of soldiers being removed and a racist ass president, and I get to sleep for 200 plus years, wake up to a world that's destroyed. I don't want to do that. No one would really want to do that. But then again, you have to understand when your life is on that cusp of living or dying, some people would make that decision. I wouldn't make that decision. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I thought of this shit is I was thinking about when I got my hip replacement. And when the doctor broke the news to me that I'm going to be walking down the street one day and my hip's just going to completely cave in on itself. And I'm thinking, that's not cool. So, when we got the hip replacement, we solved that problem. It was mostly the way the doctor delivered it that fucked me up. Because he literally said, I've got good news, bad news, and worse news. And me being all gung-ho, I'd rather hear the worst news first. Because, if I'm dying, I would at least want to prepare whoever needs to know. My mom and my dad. I wouldn't tell my siblings. I wouldn't tell my older sister. I wouldn't tell my younger sisters. I wouldn't tell my younger brothers. I wouldn't tell the motherfuckers nothing. I'd tell my mom and my dad. That's it. No one else really needs to know. I don't have a girlfriend, so no one's going to miss me. I don't have kids. No one's going to miss me. I have 632 of you here. I would tell you. I would make an intervention video and letting you know that this was it. That in 6 months, come hell or high water, I'll be back with Jesus. And the family would find out when they find out. I wouldn't have a family meeting. I wouldn't tell none of these people anything. What would be the point? I didn't get to live when I was alive, so let me die in peace. And a lot of people won't be able to make that decision. A lot of people won't be able to face this thing. When the doctor told me I have good news, bad news, and worse news, the only thing I thought about was, how long do I have? Which is what I asked him. He's like, it's not that serious. I said, but you just said we got good news, bad news, and worse news. The worst news you could give me is I'm 42 years old and I'm going to die at 42. You know, that's pretty bad. Since the 42 years I was alive, I've never lived for myself. I've lived helping others, and I've just barely coasted through life, never being to accomplish the dreams that I want to do because of helping other people. So fuck no, I wouldn't tell those motherfuckers. I lived half my life helping y'all and ain't got nothing in return. Not a I'm sorry, not a thank you, not what can we do to help you improve your life. So fuck no, I wouldn't tell anybody. Like I said, I'd tell my mom, I'd tell my dad. Everybody else, you don't need to fucking know. No. Hell, just because the doctor gives me a bad diagnosis doesn't mean the shit's gonna happen. When it's your time to go, it's your time to fucking go. It's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. When it's your time, it's your time. Accept the hands of fate. Take it. Everybody's a little bit afraid of death. But it's not so much that we are afraid of death. It's more about we are afraid of where we're going in the afterlife. If you believe in heaven, you're more than likely going to go to heaven unless you have to answer for all the evil sins that you've done to other people. You know, that's why you have to pray for forgiveness every night. The good book says that God forgives you when you ask for it. I say, okay, but I don't really believe in the Bible. I do believe in God, and that's where it ends. I don't push religion on anybody. I don't have the right to do that. And I tell people all the time, you know, you believe what you want. I believe in God, but I also believe in Native American deities and folklore. So, whatever happens after death, I'll never be able to tell you, and you'll never be able to tell me. But I also know that I'm getting cremated because I also believe in reincarnation. And if I got a chance to relive my life, I would hope that I'm born into a family that's different and a family that's willing to love me and let me live my life versus love me when it's convenient. All right? And most of us probably feel that way. But most of us aren't willing to say that shit out loud. I'm willing to say that shit out loud because I've lived it every day for 50 fucking 1 years. No. And so, I wouldn't tell a soul. If I was honestly truly dying, I would tell my mom. My dad's passed on. Everybody that I truly care about, I would probably tell them because they're not blood related. I would spend as much time with them as I could until the day I go. When it gets to the point where I'm going to be in the hospital, no, I guess whoever comes to see me, they'll know then. No. I really don't care if I die alone because I don't have a legacy. I don't really care if my family is there to see me when I go or not. You know, it's just a matter of how much shit I went through. And most of the people that I would want to be there have gone on ahead of me. My father is gone. My stepfather is gone. My surrogate father is gone. All of my friends who are alive are here. And they're living their best life while I'm just coasting through life. If they're by my side and I go, I don't know how damaging that would be. But I would tell them because they've treated me better than my biological family. So I would tell them. So I would definitely tell my cousin Russell, Adrian, BJ, Brandon, Courtney. No, I would tell them. Like right off the bat. Everybody at Saber Night Lights, I would tell them. Now, for anybody watching, this is not acting and I'm not dying. As a moment, the only health problem I have is cholesterol. So don't get nervous. But if I was dying, those would be the people I would tell. No, I would tell my older sister. And that pretty much it. You know, I wouldn't tell anybody else. No, just figure it out when they give me the autopsy before they cremate me to dust. And after that, you know, it's done. There's no more suffering. There's no more pain unless I die and go to hell. And then that's forever. I'm also not afraid of dying and going to hell. Not really. Because the way I see it, I've had a really bad life. Hell would just be a cakewalk. So, We'll figure it out. No, I always do. That being said, hopefully this doesn't scare anybody. No, hopefully everybody's good. I'm okay. I'm perfectly fine. I'm just explaining the scenario that you just watched and how I honestly, truly to God feel. You know, um, I lost a lot of time helping people. A lot of time not living the life I want. A lot of time not being able to pursue my acting career. I lost a hell of a lot of time. So this would be the only advice that I would give them in this video. Help people in small doses. Don't forget to live your life while you're helping other people succeed ahead of you. Because those same people who you help succeed, they're not giving a fuck about you in the long run. Because if they did, you wouldn't have to do everything for them. You would actually be able to live your life beside them living their life. And you would all be able to celebrate together. And you would all be able to be kind and loving. And, you need a little bit of help. Okay, a little bit of help. A little bit of help does not mean that I do this shit for you for years and years and years. And the only thing you do for me is give me that in double doses. And then say, I love you, but treat you like dog shit. And say, I love you, but I don't love you enough to let you live your life the way you want to live. I don't love you enough to let you go to cosplay every year because the money that you have spent and helping everyone else could have been your cosplay money, could have been your book money. Live your life. Help people, but help them in small doses. Don't ever forget that. Because if you spend more of your time helping people instead of helping yourself, in the end, you're going to be the ultimate loser. And I have been the ultimate loser. I'm 51. This YouTube thing, it's great, it's helpful, but it's not launching my career. But I can give you at least some advice if you want a career in this business of acting. Pursue it while you're young. Don't let anybody get in your way, and don't get in your own way. Believe in yourself. Do not stop. Keep going, because I'm still going, and I'm 51. And that's the only advice I can give you. Don't stop until you make it. Don't quit. It's going to be a rough road for some of us, especially me because I'm ugly as fuck. But keep fucking going. And remember, help people, but help them in small doses.